Now, it is time for one of our favourite parts of the week, Flashback Friday. Today's guest has graced the covers of countless fashion magazines and is recognised for her success in both international and homegrown productions.
Mega spunk. You're guaranteed to remember Virginia Hay from some of our biggest soap operas, or maybe even a little film franchise, some guy called James Bond, or something like that. Let's take a trip down memory lane now.
Virginia Hay began her career as a model in the 1970s. In 1981, she landed her big break as the warrior woman in Mad Max 2.
Listen, I was wrong about you. I'm sorry.
Showing her versatility in some small screen roles, she served time as Wentworth's most glamorous inmate.
And you have been charged with murder and remanded to Wentworth Detention Centre until your trial. Is that correct? Yes.
Then she called Ramsay Street home. But not for long. Lured by the bright lights of Hollywood, Virginia made her name as a star of the big screen, joining the coveted Bond Girl Club, starring opposite Timothy Dalton in The Living Daylights.
Get in the bathroom and lock the door.
Back on home soil, she settled on E Street as West Side's lawyer.
This is wrong. I will not allow this.
But it was her role in Farscape as the beautiful and mysterious priestess Zahn which placed her on the list of the top 50 hottest sci-fi girls of all time.
Wow, hot sci-fi chick Virginia Hay joins us now live from Los Angeles. Hey, Virginia, great to see you.
Hi, so good to see you too.
Without all that blue stuff. Looking back at that, listening back to that, was there something great? Was there one thing that you would take out of that package and go, that was the best thing ever?
Well, you know, I think the best thing ever for me is being on the show with Larry and Samantha.
Fantastic.
The morning show, Channel 7.
Good stuff.
How is LA treating you? What are you doing? What are you getting up to over there?
Look, I love LA. I do miss Sydney, however, but, you know, I'll tell you more about that later. Doing lots of things. Highlights, by the way, from that list. Oh, gosh, so many things to think back on, but definitely Mad Max, I think. Mad Max was my entree into the movie industry. And actually, before that, funnily enough, I don't know if you know, but I was discovered at a bus stop. I was going to art school. And I was on my way to see my mum, who was also going to art school at the same time. And this lady who worked at Pole magazine, a fashion editor in Sydney, pretty much picked me up on the street. And she introduced me to Chad Wicks, and that got me into modelling, and then modelling got me into acting. But definitely Road Warrior. It's called Road Warrior over here. I'm not quite sure why, but Mad Max, I think, was one of the main things, highlights, and also Farscape, playing the blue character. That was my entree into the States.
Yeah. Hey, listen, that right there, boys and girls, is a good reason to be catching public transport. Right.
Tell us about Farscape. Now, you spent the entire series in blue body paint, as we can see. This caused some health problems for you.
Yeah, it did. I mean, the paint wasn't painted all over my body, just my face and chest and hands. Anywhere where you would see my natural coloured skin was painted blue. Well, it was liquid latex, and so that being on the skin means that your skin can't breathe, and the skin is anything that you put on the skin goes through the lymphatic system into the kidneys, and so my kidneys were bleeding, unfortunately.
Oh, good Lord.
You know, yeah, I know. I tend not to think about the dark side of that character. I like to think about the really positive aspect of her and how beautiful she was and how serene and how she really changed my life, you know, because I was invited just on the strength of Farscape to come over to America and do personal appearances over here, and I haven't stopped. I get invited to do them pretty much every month, but in the beginning, that's what brought me over to the States. Yeah, it's pretty cool, actually.
Hey, who was your favourite person to work with over the years?
Apart from you?
Yes, apart from me.
And Sam, of course, sorry. I think it's got to be Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson and Timothy Dalton. By the way, seeing that shot of me, the clip that you showed from The Living Daylights was pretty frightening because you could see my bottom, and my bottom's not quite the same now. It's
but it was it's a pretty good bottom to see, I tell you what.
Not bad, not bad. It's changed a bit. It's a little, the gravity has worked as no.
No, I personally approve that shot.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, very good, very good. So do millions of other men along with you. I have to tell you. No one's asked me to sign their bottom though.
Oh, good. Well, there's still time. Now, do you miss TV?
Oh, very much so, Sam. Yeah, I really do. I got distracted away from it over here because I do personal appearances constantly, and the fans got me into doing candles and perfume. They used to comment on how nice my perfume was, which is lovely, very flattering, when I went to the appearances, and so they pretty much talked me into making it and selling it at these appearances. So that got me into candles and perfume, and I've got my own line now. But you know, I still think about TV and acting. I really miss it. I'd love to do some more. I'd love to do something to do with health and fitness and fashion, I think, because I used to be a fashion editor a long time ago. And so I think everything that I'm good at, I could incorporate into maybe putting together some ideas for a show, really. But I think I would definitely come back to Australia if I was offered some kind of a job acting or co-presenting or something.
Good stuff. Well, we'd love to see you back here one day, Virginia.
Yeah.
Thanks for taking the time to talk to us. Great to see you.
It's been so great. Thank you.
Lovely
Thank you
to
for
see
having me.
Take care. Thanks, Virginia.
You too.